Hi, we started here yesterday, ended here on this table, and I wanted to further work on this table and explore. Uh, you can say find to document the formulas here, how I derived what numbers, and so that also for the purposes that it creates a smooth flow when try to find out later sometime in future while working uh, on it extensively that how it connected from here to here. So that I have discussed in previous of my video. So today what I'm going to do, I'm going to uh, just elaborate here how I got these numbers and uh, how this differentiates or creates value in the end. So these are the cane quantities that I have picked up, and then sugar quantities, that is sugar made from the cane, that is 110,000 in this. Often we require sugar recovery rate, and when we multiply sugar recovery rate with the cane quantities, we tend to get the sugar quantities. Then I'm just going to briefly elaborate for this one. Now, indicative cost cane. Uh, this is the column that I've added. Now it is highlighted in gray because this is the reference point for this amount, how I got this amount, so that when I later on review it, so I do not forget or misunderstand how this came here, because while preparing for this video few days back, I completely forgot how this amount came here, how this one came here, and why I added all these columns. So this is just for documenting purposes. So this is a per kg cane cost, that is what could be 182 divided by 40 or 180 divided by 40. Now this is the actual cane cost. Um, that is when this per kg sugarcane price is multiplied by 1000 kgs, you get this price. The difference, this difference is the difference of this amount and this amount. So if we click here, we are going to get the formula. 4552 is in red, and AB 4 to 5 is in blue. This is AB, this is 4 to 5, this is in blue, and this is when you minus 4754 to 4550, we are going to get this amount. And to calculate this amount directly, uh, what we can do, we can pick this 4.75 number per kg cane cost when we do the reverse calculation that I've just explained in the previous video. And then in this cane cost, when further cost amount difference is added, it gives this amount. So this, or when this amount is added in this amount, let's say this, so we get 5015.13 pesos, which is exactly this. But the another way, if we want to find out directly, place formula on it, what we can do, we can find the per kg sugarcane plus adding the cost amount in it, and we are going to multiply this amount with 1000 kgs of cane, and we are going to get this amount. And this amount is, that is per kg cane cost plus addition of what amount? This is per kg cane cost, let's say, was 4.75 in terms of value, and when we added 5.02 amount in it, that is this amount, it is going to give us 0.26 amount, so it's going to give us 5.02 amount. So this 5.02 amount becomes the per kg sugarcane price amount with addition of sugar cost and the profit for that per kg. And when we multiply this base amount directly for per kg, and this 100 grams means this per kg of sugarcane produces 100 grams of sugar. So this is what this is referring, but actually this is per kg cane price. So when we multiply this per kg cane price with the addition of sugar cost and profit with the 1000 kgs, this amount of cane, we are going to get this amount. And this here formula, when we same goes for here. When this tax amount is added in this amount, this tax amount is added here in this amount, we are going to get this 5441.26 pesos. And to find out this amount, if we multiply 5.44 directly with the 1000 kgs, just I have explained in this case here, so we are going to get this amount directly. And this 5.44 came from here. See, 5.44. So this was the total cost, 5.02, in which we added the tax amount 0.43, and we got the 5.44, that is per kg cane cost with addition of sugar making cost in tax cost. So that is a per kg cane cost with addition of sugar cost, profit, and the tax cost. So that makes 5.44. And when we multiply this amount directly with the 1000 kg of sugar cane, we are going to get this amount here. Now moving forward, this was done for all numbers. For 10th, let me just make it better easier. And this was done for all amounts. Let's say for the 10,000 kgs of cane, for produces 1,000 kgs of sugar, and at 4.55 per kg cane price, uh, the cost of 10,000 cane price would be 45,500. Similarly for this 4.75 we calculated in reverse, so these numbers generates the value. Now if I try to do it for the sugarcane of all the sugarcane produced in whole country, so it was 49,768,113,000 kgs of cane is produced, which makes 5.2 billion kgs of sugar. So I'm not saying the all amount. So 49.7 billion canes in kgs produce 5.2 billion kgs in sugar. So and the cost that mills that purchased per kg sugar cane was at 4.55 prices set by the government, and it makes 226 billion actual cost for the sugar cane to produce the sugar. So when they produce the sugar, the price of cane should have been this, but it increased to this. That means the value of this purchase increased in this terms. Hi, I'm resuming again. So here we were discussing that 4.55, and it's going to produce this difference amount in terms of value. So if we go here and look at the average mill, let's say if there are 40 mills or 90 mills in Pakistan, all the mills are producing 49 billion kgs of cane, and per mill price of quantity of cane that they are producing is 589 uh, million, and averaging out per mill in kgs, and 58.9 kgs, 58 million 9 kgs they are producing the sugar. So 589 million kgs cane producing 58.9 million kgs sugar. So moving forward, if we see uh, the impact, 4.55 per kg cane cost is producing them 2.6 billion cost for purchasing cane to produce this much quantity of sugar and to purchase this much quantity of cane. But when the sugar is made from this purchase price of cane in this quantity, the actual difference turns out of 120 million uh, rupees and which makes 4.75 the price of per kg cane instead of 4.5. Now how this price came here, this one. So now we are going to work it with some tangible data, may not be the close to, you can say, close to accurate, not the accurate data. The purpose is to understand the price and all its flow. So assuming the Sindh government, the Sindh province has produced, total all the mills in Sindh produced 17.8 billion kgs of cane. Now those 17.8 billion kgs of cane produced 1.8 billion sugar. The sugar recovery rate was 10.65%. Now they, as per indicative prices, assuming these numbers are 2016. So they purchased sugarcane at 4.3, which was the indicative price in 2016, was around 172 per 40 kg, right? So the per kg price decreases and becomes 4.3 rupees. With 4.3 rupees per kg price, the actual cane cost 76 billion. The cane cost for 17.8 billion kgs of cane, it cost 76 uh, billion in PKR rupees to purchase 17 billion kgs of cane. Similarly, when the sugar is made, this one, and when it is calculated in reverse, so it is found that in actual, just trying to, you can say, uh, maintain an example to understand how the differences can occur. Not necessarily that this would be the case back then. These numbers are in fact from 2016, but this may not be the case. So this is just for the to understand how the differences actually arrive and what do they mean. So this, once the sugar is made, once the sugar is made and it is calculated in reverse, so what you found out that per kg cane did not cost 4.3 but 4.5 in terms of value. So when you want to find out, now these numbers are representing the value. That means the cane costed actually this. That means the sugar produced was actual in this quantity. This could mean the canes were much efficient. They were able to extract more sucrose content from the sugar cane, and instead of producing the same value for the cane, they produced more, and that increased value was around 4.2 billion in terms of rupees. When we convert it back in terms of how much cane or sugar would that be, so what we are going to do, we are going to divide this 4.2 billion of rupees with this amount 4.3 to find out how actually is the quantity of cane. So when we convert this 4.2 billion divide with 4.3, let's say if I do it here, if I pick, see, I've just forgotten the number. I knew what was it, but I've forgotten. So let's just do it here. So if we divide it by this number, we're going to get this number 998 million rupees per kg cane price with reference to this, right? This is this is the quantity of cane, and it costed 4.2 billion. So this value is translated into 998 million kgs of cane. So when we add this 998 million in this amount, so let's say I pick this number from here and I put it here, and when I calculate it together, it produces 8.8 billion kgs of cane. So this 8.8 billion kgs of cane is going to produce the sugar of 2 billion. 2 billion sugar instead of 1.8 billion. So this 2.2 billion sugar is that means there is a difference of 0.2 in terms of millions. Means when you minus 1.8 with 2, in the base numbers, you get the difference of, you can say 2, not the 0.2 but the difference of 2. Let's just, if I just for the understanding do it here, no, that is not the exact amount. I'm just, so let's say we subtracted this 2 billion from this one, and we, hi, I'm resuming again, this is the third time. So when we subtract this amount from this amount, we are going to get this amount. Just did the calculation. So this is the difference amount, that means in terms of value more. So this amount 4.2 billion is going to generate 101,809,000 kgs of cane, kgs of sugar more when the value is this. That means with, they were able to produce, not necessarily that in reality they did, but just trying to narrate the difference, how when sugarcane is not benchmarked with the variety and just uh, sold or purchased with reference to the indicative prices, uh, not addition of, you can say, variety and the quality of the cane, or the sucrose content percentage in it. So this amount value can translate into this much huge number of sugar in terms of kgs. So that was all. And further, when and we have already discussed how this value adds up, the cost and profit, and further all this. So I'm going to wind up here. It's discussing the formulas and how which values were determined that I've discussed. 4.55 indicates per kg sugarcane price based on indicative prices. 4.75 indicate prices in terms of value that I've discussed. The increased number is denoting value, which value translated with reference to pKa 4.3 per kg sugarcane makes 17.8 billion of cane quantity to 18.8 billion, and sugar quantity increases from 1.8 billion to 2 billion, that we have just established, discussed and established. So that was all for today, and I hope that I finally reached this table tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you.